Let me show you how to make your first and easiest dollar using nothing but AI UGC in a laptop. Today you'll learn how to create AI UGC, build a very simple content system, and finally craft your offer as an AI agency or freelancer. And what I can guarantee you is that by the end of this video, you will make your very first internet dollar. Promise. But what you will not learn though is automation. As a creative entrepreneur, automation does help me a ton, but not when it comes to things like storytelling that actually need human touch, that need quality control. I want to remind you that your biggest value, my friend, in the creative industry is you. It's your ideas. It's not the machines that you are using to execute them. So let's get you all the skills that you need first so that you can get set up for creative success. Before we get started and learn the how, which I know that that's what you're here for, I really want you to understand the why. It's very important, and that's what we'll be doing for the next 10 minutes. Everyone thinks that AI UGC is the easiest way to make money online because it's scalable, it's cheap, it's fast. Sure. However, it is still a service business, my friend. It needs bandwidth, it needs you, and it also needs team members to scale it. Now, it is true that real brands will wire real money if you solve a real pain point, because they need scroll stopping, on-brand videos, faster, cheaper than before, but on top of it, they need content that converts and make money. So yeah, brands want everything. They want quality, quantity at a very low price. And as someone that has been working with clients in the last 3 years, let me explain to you their psychology so that you understand how to approach them in the context of AI and AI UGC. Picture this, the classic quality over time graph. This is a slow, steady climb that says that the better the work, the longer the wait, right? That this is how agencies and freelancers have always justified their calendar. Clients, meanwhile, they keep pointing at the very top right corner and they're saying, can you get us here like now? And if so, I will pay you $100, $200, $500 an hour. Now enter the AI era. There's this tempting promise that there's instant high quality output at an extremely cheap price. And on the surface, what that looks like, it's a straight line that goes from 0 to 100, or like perfection. But here's a quick catch. Yes, AI can compress production times and costs because one prompt can do the job of 10 people. But AI doesn't necessarily eliminate the human layer regardless, because there's strategy, there's taste, there's iteration, there's brand nuance, and that's stuff that's something that machines cannot do. It still lives with you. And those judgment calls don't just like vanish because, the render bar moves very fast with AI. Therefore, what is happening that's very interesting is that now the bill that the clients have to pay you have two columns, not just one. So one is machine costs. They're paying per token, so they're paying per GPU time or model fees or whatever you want to call it. And the expert cost, that's you. So your creative vision, your direction, your revisions, your brand stewardship. And this is the very first time in human history that client is not just paying you a one blended fee for time and output. For example, I'll pay you $100 an hour for you to do X job. And also in that $100, I need and I own the output, not only your time. So now they actually have to pay more. Production is cheap, but if it's done by AI only, and that's not the case, because it's not true. You are doing quality control, and the output that you're delivering needs to be quality controlled. So therefore, they need you. So when a client asks you, why can't you just deliver like cheap and fast and better? Because you're using AI, it should not be so expensive. Well, the logical answer and what you should be telling them is, yes, we already can deliver because we do leverage AI, but you're no longer just buying only my hours anymore. You're also renting the horsepower that makes those hours exponentially more valuable today. And you're also paying for the final product that those hours produces, not just the time anymore. Also show them this graph. This is a traditional human-only line. It's a straight, gentle upward slope that's reaching at 85% quality at a 10-hour mark. As you can see, the quality climbs at 9% per hour. Now, this orange line is the AI only line. It's a sharp 1 hour elbow that flattens into a near horizontal line at 65%. Usable work almost instantly, but improvement stops almost as soon as it starts. It's the fastest to finish, but however, it has the lowest ceiling in terms of quality. Now, red is the human plus AI. As you can see, there's a steep initial rise that overtakes AI only at around 1 hour and a half, and then it curves gently towards 95% by the 7 or 8 hour, which then flattens. So AI, yes, it delivers speed, but it lacks depth. Humans bring depth to that work, which take time, and combining both yields the near maximum quality without needing the full human timeline, right? So it's the best of both worlds. In a nutshell, the AI in general, or AI avatars, or AI UGC, are simply the means, my friends, are not the end. There's so much more that goes behind this entire creative process that we will discover in this video. Why is AI UGC so important today for brands and service providers? Well, let's think about it. TikTok CMPs are spiking and the cost per creator has gone up 17% year over year because influencers have figured out that they can charge more. And this is the gap that you'll wedge yourself into. However, though, brands really want predictable content systems, that they want results. They don't just want views. And there's an abundance of them that are looking to hire people who understand AI content creation at scale, because today, organic content, my friend, is king. And they're willing to pay 20% more if you're even able to spell AI in content marketing, let alone actually being very good at it. So yes, they want you today. You want them too. So it's a win-win. You can produce more for less, and they don't know how to achieve that. So they will pay you for exactly what they do not understand. And there's an abundance of that right now. And in abundance, the rare becomes very valuable, my friends. But let's not confuse the opportunity with ease just because, this might seem simple. It does not mean that it's easy. You might think that this is a click of a button. In fact, when we talk about AI UGC, it is you that does the most of the heavy lifting because it's more than just prompt engineering or lip syncing. It's an entire strategy. Why do I say that? To be successful in AI UGC, and I'm supposing that here you don't have a team, you need to understand marketing. You need to understand storytelling. You need to understand content structure. You need to understand editing, retention, and in the end, how to use AI to facilitate the entire content production. So again, AI, my friends, is simply the means, not the end. But why is AI UGC so important? And why do I believe that this will be the new content format that will be highly adapted by brands, that will kill the traditional UGC? We are already seeing the impact with AI-generated social media accounts. Two things. One, cheap. Two, scalable. Brands are desperate for AI UGC because it's cheap and scalable. Let's take this as an example. In 2005, if a lotion company wanted reach, they booked an A-list actress, professional cameras, 30-second national spot on TV, and the campaign already costed millions of dollars before even the first viewer ever saw it. Fast forward to 2015, 10 years later, YouTubers replace the movie stars. One charismatic vlogger with a DSLR and an affiliate link would charge 50 grand, would film a sponsored review video in their bedroom, and will upload them to their audience that trusted them. In 2020 now, TikTok creators shot with an iPhone for $300 3 vertical videos. In 2023, there was the rise of EGC, the employee-generated content, that would save thousands of dollars to the company. And now in 2025, we have entered the AI UGC era with synthetic actors, with laptop-only production that costs per clip would be around $1, without including the labor, of course. So that means that the means of production are no longer rented, but they're downloaded directly into your computer. So you don't need studio rentals. You do not need to travel. You do not need to pay talent fees. You do not need to reshoot. So a brand that once spent $1 million on a single spot in 2005 can turn that into hundreds and thousands of micro AI digital avatar ads to test thumbnails, to test headlines, to offer different variants until they hit their ROAS. So that's why they'll pay you. You will run the show, not because it's a click of a button. You are directing the content creation, and you are building the content system that will replace the traditional ways of creating content. Think about it. Everything comes down to strategy when you work with AI. If you're not thinking like a strategist, then there's no AI that can help you, my friend. Trust me, we have democratized the tools. Anyone can click a button, but taste, the judgment, the strategic thinking, that has never been democratized. And that's exactly where the real value lies. This is what you sell. strategy. So let's talk about it. What is the blueprint of creating successful AI UGC videos? Well, there's two things that you need to focus on. First, context. Second, content. Let's talk about context. When we talk about context in AI UGC, like any other piece of content, it needs to have a structure that is social media friendly. So usually a 30 to 40 second length, right? It needs to have a hook. It needs to have pain points. How are you solving that pain point? Some value, and in the end, a CTA. I divide context in three different parts: attention, resonance, and action. Your attention is the hook. It is the first words or visuals that slap the viewer awake. Resonance is the meat of the UGC. It's the moment that they recognize that, oh my God, wow, this is the problem that I have, and this problem is inside your story, and I believe that you can understand it better than I do, so I'm going to watch so that you can solve it for me. And this is the most important part: viewer retention. In order for them to watch, you have to increase your value per second. Because if they already invested, the likelihood of them actually taking action in the end is quite high. And this is the part where you close them. It's not when they click the link, it's when they actually recognize that, well, this is valuable. And in the end, of course, they've realized that they need whatever you're trying to sell them. There needs to be a call to action. And this is the step that makes clicking easier than scrolling. You have to think about this piece of content, this AI piece of content, or whatever piece of content that you're creating as selfless, not selfish. You need to give value. Give value, information, and in return, what you get is you get the viewer's retention, you get their time, you get their trust, and in the end, you get their action. Talk to your audience as one-to-one, not one-to-many. Even when you create ads, you are not creating an ad. Think about it. You're creating a piece of value that organically will make them take action. This is context, and this is why it's important, my friend, because this is where you are the most valued. This is 99% of the job. And then you can utilize AI to help you with the 1%. How? You can easily train a GPT on thousands of proven AI scripts from your competitors, for example. You can scrape their videos, you can scrape their ads, transcribe them, feed it to ChatGPT, and have it analyze and find common themes that make this video successful. And yes, we've all seen those perfect AI-generated talking heads, lip-sync videos that they are pitching some sort of product, that they are going viral, but most do not. Why? Because AI doesn't just make a bad script good, right? It only scales what already works, and what works is understanding this context, the context of the platform, the context of the audience, the context of attention, the storytelling, the emotional timing. I will give you this example from one of the theme pages I have created for one of my clients. I'm going to play this video for you, and I want you to think.
My sister worked as Ariana Grande's stunt double for Wicked. Here's everything they forced her to do that will blow your mind. Flatten her jugs. They made her eat lychees for breakfast every morning. Will flatten because they contain anti-estrogen properties. She wasn't allowed to brush her teeth with anything but this whitening toothpaste. After only a few days, you could notice her Hollywood white smile. Drinking lemon balm tea before bed melted away her stubborn belly fat. This helped her get super slim without needing to do any cardio. Didn't let her wear lash extensions, so she grew her own. Castor oil serum stimulates keratin in the lashes, which makes them appear much thicker. And finally, they made her use a humidifier in her room. She got one from HomeDix since it has to be 100% pure to be fully effective. Apparently, it will smoothen your skin and give it a natural glow.
This video started with an absurd hook. Then it went directly into storytelling and value. You're learning something new here as you watch, but you've also invested your time and you're invested in the story, and maybe you're relating to it because there's a hero's journey, and now maybe you want to know more about whatever the product is, and now you probably already clicked the link in bio. So this is context, my friend. What you watched here is 99% made by you and 1% by AI. You have your context intact. You know exactly how you're taking your audience on a journey so they can watch. And now, this is where we talk about how. Let's talk about content. This is where AI does more of the heavy lifting. In order for you to produce great AI UGC content, you need to know how to generate actors, talking heads, how to generate B-roll, how to generate scripts, which is probably the most important part. And here are 12 different workflows that I have experimented so far when creating AI UGC. There's no face AI UGC, there's mascot AI UGC, there's face swapping, and more. But today, what I want to focus on is synthetic AI avatars and the following modes of production. Here are all the modes of production that currently exist. And today I want to focus on video to video plus lip sync, consistent characters to video plus lip sync, any image to video plus lip sync. I know that you might be confused. We're going to be using synthetic UGC, KLING, Enhancor AI, and OmniHuman to generate all the talking heads. We're going to be using Enhancor AI to generate the B-roll, ChatGPT to generate the scripts, synthetic UGC to lip sync our content, KLING AI to convert any images into videos, and OmniHuman to lip sync our characters as well. Let's talk about video to video lip sync. What does that mean? Well, imagine dubbing a movie, right? But instead of swapping the voices, you swap the mouth movements too. That's video to video lip sync. Number one, you start with a source video, with a source clip. This could be a selfie style, the green screen take, whatever you want it to be, right? It can be an AI footage, it can be a real footage. The key here is that you have already moving lips in the frame. So your character is speaking or is pretending to speak if it's an AI generated video. Number two, we feed that clip into a lip syncing engine like synthetic UGC or similar. Now this platform allows you to analyze every single frame, tracking the mouth shapes, the jaw movements, the head tilts, almost as if you're training the way that the character is speaking. Number three, then you add a new audio, you drop in whatever you want the character to say, and the AI will use a diffusion model so it re-renders all the frames so that the lips match the new words, though it does not change anything else but the lips. So your result is a lip-synced video. Your input was a video, your output is still a video, just with an upgraded new believable lip action, hence the name video to video. Why does this matter? Well, if you want an AI avatar that actually talks rather than a static image that's puppeted by an audio, or if you want to change what someone is saying or what you are saying in the video, this pipeline is a non-negotiable. So let's do this for AI talking heads and real people using synthetic UGC. So step number one is that we need to get a source clip. And in this case, since I'm creating an AI talking head, I need to generate an avatar from scratch. And this avatar needs to be talking to the camera. And again, this is key, talking to the camera. I'll head over to synthetic UGC over here and build mine from scratch. In the prompt section, I want to say a young doctor woman speaking directly to the camera. In the selfie video, she is sitting in a hospital. I select version 1 iPhone camera quality, the aspect ratio 9:16. I want to make sure that I have enabled Enhance UGC Actor over here. And yeah, we are going to hit generate. And this will take about 5 minutes. And as this generates, we're going to step number 2. We need to get an audio that our character will speak. So I'm heading over to 11 Labs right now, and I'll use this new feature that not a lot of people know, or at least talk about. We're going to head over to Studio, and we're going to start a project from scratch. And in here, I want to type the script that I want my character to say. It's going to be something like, have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high. I want to select the voice of my actor on the right side, so I'm going to go for Brittany.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about all the latest news, trends, and celebrity gossip. Let's get into it.
Wow, all in for the gossip. Kidding. And now here's where it gets interesting. You'll select the script and you'll check this little mic over here. You'll click this mic over here, this button over here that says direct speech with your voice. This is a dictate feature. It allows you to control the intonation, the speed, the accent of your audio generation simply by just recording the way you want Brittany, in this case, to read it out for you. So Brittany, the AI voice we selected, is essentially mimicking the way that you are talking. So let's try this out. You're going to hit dictate, you're going to hit record audio, and you want to start recording how you want the generation to sound like. I will make it a bit exaggerated for the purpose of this demo. Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high. Just hit generate.
Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high.
This is phenomenal. What we're going to do right now is that we're going to download this audio, then we're going to upload it inside synthetic UGC alongside with our AI generated actor. Let's check it out. So this is what we got. So we have an AI actor talking to the camera. We're going to go over here and add a voice and also just download it. Upload our audio file, the audio file that we just generated with 11 Labs. Let's play it so we can make sure that it's the right file.
Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high.
We're going to start lip syncing. This is what we got. Take a look.
Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high.
It's pretty good. So this is an AI avatar. And now what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be using existing real people footage, my footage, to lip sync it inside synthetic UGC. To lip sync existing or real people, we don't have to generate an actor, right? All we have to do is click lip sync directly and upload our video and our audio and just start lip syncing. So let's do it with my footage. This is my footage that I want to lip sync. Uploaded my video here and I'm going to upload the exact same audio that we used previously.
Have you ever?
And start lip syncing. This is what it came up with.
Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high.
So what we can do in order to make this video sharper, we can upscale it inside CapCut. Let me show you before and after.
Hi, this is a video of me speaking to the camera and I want to be lip synced. So I'm really interested to see how this will come out. Let's see.
Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high.
We're now done with video-to-video lip sync. Next, we're going to talk about consistent character lip sync. The difference between what we did before and what we're doing right now is that before we started from a video footage and then we lip synced that video footage. Now we're going to start from an image, turn that image into a video, then lip sync that video in the same exact method. The first thing we need to do is that we need to create a consistent character. If you don't know how to do that yet, you can watch this full-on tutorial that I explain every step of how to achieve extremely realistic, consistent character results. Now, once we have our images, we need to select the ones that work best for lip syncing. These are all the images I chose. Why? Number one, face is clear. The image is sharp. The lips are visible. These are the main things that you should consider when you start to convert your image into a talking video. So that's why these will do, and we're ready to convert them into a video using KLING AI. To access KLING AI as usual, I'm going to head over to File and select KLING Video Version 2 Master Image to Video. Choose my image. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and choose this one over here. The reason is that we can clearly see her face. That's very close up to the camera, and the image is quite sharp. Her lips are sharp, and what I'm going to say is a very simple prompt. A lady talking to the camera. Run. So this is what he came up with. Look at this. Pretty good, eh? So what we're going to do right now is that we're going to download this footage. Then we're going to head over to Synthetic UGC one more time. Go over to Lip Sync Actor. We're going to upload our downloaded video. I'm going to use the exact same audio so that we can compare everything at the end.
Felt your skin be too dry before?
Then start lip syncing. Here it is. Let's see.
Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high.
Okay, this looks good. I mean, it's not perfect. It is good enough. But now what we're going to be doing is you might be asking me, Sirio, why do we have to generate this image turn this image into a video with KLING, then use synthetic UGC to lip sync? Isn't there any easier way to be doing this from just an image? Yes, there is, and we're going to talk about it right now. The easiest way to turn your consistent images into talking heads, talking videos, is by using dramina.capcut.com and using their OmniHuman feature. So how you access that, again, you go to dramina.capcut.com, then you click lip sync over here. There's two models available, the master model and the fast model. I always go for the fast model because it allows you to animate full body and also animate the background. And over here, I'm going to add my character image. Again, this is an image to video lip sync, not a video to video. We're only working with a source with an input image, and then we're turning that input image into a lip synced video. In here, we can upload our audio. Click upload, and we're going to use the exact same audio as before so we can A/B test.
Have you ever
And we're gonna hit generate. Now, the downside of image to video lip sync is that it's only limited to 15 seconds of footage. So you're not able to generate more than that unless, again, you do this process over and over again. There's a lot of people applying lip sync right now. Try later. So this is another problem that you encounter while using Dramina CapCut. There we go. So the generation is queued and will take about 3 hours. That is insane. Wow. And this is a paid plan, by the way. So I guess that I'm going to have to come back to you in 3 hours and see what it came up for 15 seconds. I'm waiting 3 hours for 15 seconds generation. Not ideal, but I'll come back to you. While we wait, I want to remind you to enhance and upscale your portraits or talking heads with Enhancor AI so that you can achieve extremely realistic and sharp results. So this, I don't know if you can see it from here, but this is before, generated in Midjourney, and this is after, enhanced with Enhancor. So this is the skin realism detail that you get by enhancing your images. And after that, what you can do is that you can even upscale them. This is the image quality that you get when you upscale your portraits. Look at the details. It's crazy, right? I would 100% recommend you do this for any of your creative projects. It doesn't have to be AI talking UGC. You'll thank me later, trust me. Look at this. Look at the eyes. Look at the details behind the sunglasses. It's crazy. Now, yes, if you upscale your image, it's going to smooth out all the skin imperfections and what makes it look realistic. Well, we already enhanced it once, and now we're kind of removing that. This is how the model works. But to fix that back again, all you have to do is bring this new upscaled image inside Enhancor AI so that you can, one more time, fix the skin texture. That's why I always recommend first you upscale your portraits and then you fix the skin texture so you don't have to go back and forth. So after 3 hours of wait, this is what Dramina OmniHuman came up with.
Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high.
It's good. It's just too dramatic. Man, like, why are you so dramatic? It's just too dramatic. But let's compare it side by side with synthetic UGC.
Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high.
As you can see, Dramina, which is on the left, it's way sharper. You can see all the skin details. You can see the skin texture. However, it's too exaggerated. On the right, we have synthetic UGC. It doesn't have that exact same sharpness. However, it's not as exaggerated. So, I mean, in terms of quality, for sure, Dramina wins. For sure, OmniHuman wins in this case. I just feel it's too much, and I would not use it. I'd rather use the one from synthetic UGC, kind of tweak it a bit, maybe sharpen it in post-production, make it a bit smaller. It seems more usable. That's my honest opinion. Now that we learned how to generate talking heads, it is time to build our AI ad, our AI UGC. And we need a few things. First, well, we need a script. Second, we need our AI talking head. In this case, I'm going to be using the one we generated earlier, the doctor that's talking to the camera about a particular issue. And third, we need B-roll so that we can start storytelling. We know how to script write. That's you, ChatGPT, and a bunch of winning ad creative set that you have trained on your custom GPT. 2, we know how to generate our talking avatar. 3, now we're going to learn how to generate extremely realistic B-roll inside Enhancor AI. Here's the script that we're going to be using. Have you ever felt like your skin was too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high. Woke up feeling puffy or bloated for no reason. Cortisol can throw off your water balance and cause inflammation. Ever find yourself exhausted but unable to fall asleep? Well, that's still cortisol affecting your oil glands too. So what helps? You can try things like drinking lemon balm tea, ashwagandha, 10 minutes of deep breathing, cutting back on caffeine. But also, if you want something more consistent, you can use X. It's a personalized supplement that does X, Y, Z. So this is our script. What I'm going to be doing right now is that I'm going to copy this and do the exact same process inside 11 Labs. By the way, you can find a full free guide on how to write viral AI UGC scripts by clicking the link in the description below. So we uploaded the video of our influencer, and we have uploaded the audio that we generated from ChatGPT with 11 Labs.
Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high. Woke up feeling puffy or bloated for no reason? Cortisol can throw off your water balance and cause inflammation. Ever find yourself exhausted but unable to fall asleep? That's your stress hormone working overtime. Breaking out more when you're stressed? Yep, cortisol affects your oil glands too. So what helps? You can try simple things like drinking lemon balm tea in the evening, taking ashwagandha in the morning, doing 5 to 10 minutes of deep breathing or light walking, cutting back on caffeine when you're already feeling wired, and if you want something more consistent, you can also try using something like Daily Ritual. Find the link in bio.
There you go. So now we're just going to lip sync this. Start lip syncing. So this is what it came up with.
Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high. Woke up feeling puffy or bloated for no reason? Cortisol can throw off your water balance and cause inflammation. Ever find yourself exhausted but unable to fall asleep? That's your stress hormone working overtime. Breaking out more when you're stressed? Yep, cortisol affects your oil glands too. So what helps? You can try simple things like drinking lemon balm tea in the evening, taking ashwagandha in the morning, doing 5 to 10 minutes of deep breathing or light walking, cutting back on caffeine when you're already feeling wired, and if you want something more consistent, you can also try using something like Daily Ritual. Find the link in bio.
There we go. Now we have our base video, we have our script. It's time to generate our B-roll. Let's do it. Here's an example of what I generated. I went over to image generator, and inside I just set a very simple prompt, a close-up very bad skin pimple. I used keywords. I selected Samsung, and I selected portrait 3x4, selected the image generation type, and then I set up these settings, 1.20 and 1.30 for realism and the wide angle. Then I would hit generate, and this is what it would come up with. Download this, and then I will create a bunch of things like this for my B-roll. There's another one. It looks quite realistic. Generate another one. Very good. Download this. Now I'm going to say applying cream to a red acne spot. Same exact settings, hit generate. And again, all these images, you can enhance them, you can fix the skin, and then you can upscale them if you wish. That's okay. Now we're going to say a person sitting on the edge of the bed holding their stomach. Generate. Okay, looks good. Now we're going to say a hand holding a warm glass cup of lemon balm tea. Then we're going to say shot of ashwagandha supplements next to a water glass and a notebook. Nice. This looks better. It looks more realistic. So now we have a person walking through a peaceful tree-lined path. Generate. There we go. Pretty cool. Let's generate another one. A young woman sitting cross-legged on a mat with eyes closed and hands on her belly, practicing yoga. There you go. Pretty cool. So now all we do is we download all these images, and we can use them as B-roll, as an image B-roll. We can turn them into videos. But for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to use them as actual images. So this is our UGC with all the B-roll, edited inside CapCut for free. Take a look at this.
Have you ever felt your skin be too dry before? Well, that's due to your cortisol levels being high. Woke up feeling puffy or bloated for no reason? Cortisol can throw off your water balance and cause inflammation. Ever find yourself exhausted but unable to fall asleep? That's your stress hormone working overtime. Breaking out more when you're stressed? Yep, cortisol affects your oil glands too. So what helps? You can try simple things like drinking lemon balm tea in the evening, taking ashwagandha in the morning, doing 5 to 10 minutes of deep breathing or light walking, cutting back on caffeine when you're already feeling wired, and if you want something more consistent, you can also try using something like Daily Ritual. Find the link in bio.
So yes, friends, this is entirely done with AI, but as you're realizing, you have to be the one that does all this thinking, all this script writing, build this entire storytelling, the context behind the video, and then use AI to bring it to life. That only takes you about like maybe 5 minutes to actually use AI to generate all these things. So here you have it, my friend. Here's how you can create your very first AI UGC. And you're probably asking, but Sirio, you promised me that by the end of this video, I'll make my very first internet money. I'll be able to monetize, to scale this. We're not done yet, friends. This is what we'll talk about right now, monetization. There's a few ways to monetize AI UGC, but in order to sell your services, you need to show that you are competent enough and you have experience in achieving results, right? So the very first thing that I would recommend you do is create a portfolio online and start documenting your work and posting it on social media. Social media organic marketing is free, my friend. This is why you're here right now, friend. I did not pay any ads for you to be here. You're here because you believe that I know something that you don't, and you're here willingly to spend your time to learn. You're here because you've probably seen my content on social media. You're not here because an ad told you so. You're here because you told yourself so. The biggest investment you can make today is in yourself, in your image, in your personal brand. And my philosophy is that if you want more clients, you need to start producing more content around your work. Produce more, consume less. If you're creating a personal brand, you're killing two birds with one stone. But yeah, I hear you, that takes time. It took me 6 months. And time is what you do not have in the AI space, especially right now. But regardless, you still need a portfolio. So while you're at it, you might as well just start posting about it, right? But what can you do if you do not want to rely on free inbound leads and social media? Number one, start posting your services on marketplaces, platforms like Fiverr, Upwork. This is where I go to find great talent, and maybe you're going to be the next one. Number two, post your AI UGC services on group chats like Facebook. Could be old school, but still, it works. Number three, cold email marketing. Use platforms like Instantly AI. This does not work with me, but it might work with others. I never answer to cold emails or cold DMs. I would rather spend my time on Fiverr or Upwork to reach out to people. I don't want random people to reach out to me without my likeness. Number four, create AI social media accounts with your work without having to show yourself. We're living in an AI world. You're learning how to produce AI UGC with people that do not exist. Why don't you do this exact same thing for yourself? Or maybe better, even just produce social media AI content showcasing your skills. I call these niche accounts. Start posting 3 times a day, every single day. Start creating AI UGC content for social media. This will help you practice and get better, but also this will help you to figure out what works and what doesn't. Number 5, start clipping content. Platforms like WAP allow you to clip and create UGC. You can generate AI talking heads for brands, and you'll get paid per view or per submission. All you have to do is head over to WAP, find communities that are offering paid gigs, follow their rules, create your UGC, submit it, and start getting paid. That's simple. Now, how do you price your services? Based on my experience, here's a part of my business model. I would hire someone that knows how to do this, and I would pay them $1,500 for 30 AI UGC videos. So that would average around $50 per video. Generating a video can cost anywhere between $5 to $7, so the base cost for the freelancer or talent that's charging me $1,500 for 30 videos, excluding their time, would be $210. So they, or you, are making approximately 86% profit margin. On the other hand, I would go to my client that is inside my DMs that I spent $0 to attract because they came from my content. I'd charge them a minimum of $4,500 to work with me for those 30 AI UGC videos. Plus, they get a 1-hour strategy call with me. So on that $4,500, $1,500 goes to the freelancer. In this case, could be you. And I pay myself $845 an hour for consulting. So my net income would be around $3,000 for 1 hour because I delegate everything to my AI editor. That is a 66% profit margin for me and an 86% profit margin for the freelancer that I'm hiring. Now, here's how I can help you to make your first dollar. And you just need to be a great storyteller. Telling you, storytelling is what's going to get you paid. One of you just made $270 just by clipping content. I have this free community in which I post gigs where I pay you to create content. It can be AI UGC, it can be anything. And the current gig that I'm running is creating content for Enhancor AI, which is an AI app that I build that helps you fix AI skin texture and upscales portraits professionally for brands and clients to use. I pay you per views, plus I give you 20% commission on all sales. So there's literally no excuses for you to not start taking action today. I'm giving you everything. And this is absolutely free. But I also have a paid community where I get more in depth about AI UGC, storytelling, Fight marketing, ComfyUI, and more. We help you install and troubleshoot ComfyUI workflows. We help you build your first AI SaaS, and we host calls every week with me. And here's what some of my students were able to achieve.
Beauty has been celebrated for millennia, but your path to beauty should be as unique as you are. Introducing your daily ritual for timeless beauty. Unique personalized supplements crafted by the renowned celebrity dermatologist, Dr. Simon Urian. Each formula is uniquely designed for your biology, perfected by AI, and produced in Switzerland. Daily ritual, eternal beauty. Tap to discover yours.
You can join today, learn from the best, and scale your content creation with AI. And on top of it, to help you out more, we post jobs from top clients that are looking to work with top students like you. But if you're not a fan of communities, you can join my program that shows you how to create AI UGC professionally, plus my entire business model, alongside with guides and more resources. Thank you for being here, friend. I'm grateful for your time, for your curiosity, for your presence. Remember that the world will try to place borders around you, borders around who you are, around your potential, but you're not born to fit within those lines. You're born to imagine beyond them. Use AI not to replace your creativity, but to amplify it, to reclaim your power into making something that matters. And above all, create without limits. This is Sirio.